Hello Capricorn, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for April the 16th through to the 30th. So moving from Aries into your fellow earth sign Taurus. So we shall see what's coming out for you. Wow, we've got Pentacles 7, Saturn, Taurus has come out just as we've been talking about it. So yeah, there's opportunity for growth here. Absolutely. But it's going to be slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely. You're going to have to do it quite in a methodical manner, but that's okay. That's going to be good for you, I think. Sword for Mercury Libra has come out, and we'll pull one more. So this Capricorn, just usual spiel. This is a general reading. Just take what feels right. You're the master of your own energy and leave the rest. And if this does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link is in the description box below. I'll talk about that a little bit later into the reading, but let's get stuck into this. We've got Wand 8 Jupiter Sagittarius coming in as well. Fantastic. Gosh, I think you're going to feel really at home with this energy. I do feel like there's coming back to yourself, feeling like yourself again. Might require some time out to just sit, and things might have reached a point where you just gone, I need to just take some time. I need to just sit and contemplate and work out where I'm at with this and find the balance again and come back to what it is, what's actually really important, what I value. And then there's this beautiful, joyful energy of things expanding and opening up for you. So I do feel like it's a process, but yeah, it's a process of coming back to yourself, which is going to be really good. Look at this, the 10 of Pentacles, fantastic coming through here. Crossed by the 6 of Cups, beautiful. I'll just move this across a little bit for you, Capricorn. The Magician, fantastic. The 8 of Swords at the base. The 4 of Cups in the recent past. The Queen of Wands in the near future. Excellent. We have the Judgment card you're presenting as. The 9 of Wands, energy surrounding you. The 7 of Wands, hopes and fears. And we also have the 5 of Wands as an outcome. I'm going to pull another card next to that. The 2 of Wands. Okay. All right. And at the base, the 3 of Cups. Okay. So you're going to get started with something, but it's going to be a little bit of just having to overcome some kind of conflict. Maybe someone's not, or a block. Maybe someone's not going to want you to do this. But there, I do see you starting and overcoming this. So, you know, in terms of what we're looking at, the 10 of Pentacles crossed by the 6 of Cups. This is, you know, something that perhaps there's stability around this. This is something that perhaps you've been wanting to do for a while, that you've really wanted to bring this lovely, beautiful thing in. And the 10 of Pentacles is around happiness around a home. Really, it's very beautiful. It's about having it all, having everything that you need, feeling all your physical needs are being met. So feeling really grounded and feeling quite good at this moment of time, feeling very supported with the space around you and the people around you, which is also very good. And it's crossed by the 6 of Cups, which there may be some kind of nostalgia from the past as well coming up, or something to do with your childhood or a childhood home, or something that occurred in terms of your childhood. That's just, it's crossing it here with the 6 of Cups. Now, it actually, you know, the 6 of Cups is not a negative energy at all. It's happiness. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm feeling really solid, really, really stable. Now I want to bring in this happiness. And there might be just something that is not there, that is missing, or that is not making you happy around that. So that is coming in because that's part of this block. It could be related to siblings as well. If you're still living at home with your parents, but if you're not, it could be related to something that's occurred in the past, related to just wanting to feel really safe and happy with where you're at. So this feels really nice because there's an opportunity here to bring this in. The Magician is crowning you, and this is, now that you've got everything that you want, what do you want to do with it? How are you going to what are you going to make with it? What are you going to do with it? It is this sense that you've got, for whatever you've got, you've kind of got everything that you need for something you're wanting to start here or something that you're wanting to do here. It just feels like you've got what's needed. And with the Magician card, there is this sense of wanting to activate, wanting to start. This might be what's your conscious mind is thinking needs to happen. It's kind of going through methodically going, well, do I have everything that I need in order to start this? On an emotional level, there's something here that feels like it's not quite right. I feel like I've got everything else, but not that. There's something emotionally missing that just has not quite feel whole for whatever reason. So, and that's kind of interesting because in the recent past, you have the Four of Cups. Something has been offered here emotionally, and you've kind of been offered something that you might need to feel this kind of, to kind of complete the picture in order to move forward. This may be unexpected. It may have been that you're unsure about this. You might need some time out to think about it. So something's on offer here that could bring you some beautiful happiness. And it's just a matter of trying to work through that, process that. However that's presenting, because at the base we have the Eight of Swords, and this is where there's something just tripping you up inside of your mind. This is the deep down energy where you're feeling a little bit stuck, or there's a limitation into what it feels like you can do here, or your idea of it is kind of, there's growth. So the Eight of Swords is kind of like you kind of maybe getting stuck on a point here, when it's kind of the universe is saying, this is actually something's been offered to you and it's what you were looking for and what you're needing. And it's like you've got this is about self-imposed limitations happening here with the Eight of Swords. You can see this character could easily release the binds. They have the blindfold over their eyes. They can't see clearly what is going on, and it's feeling like a bit of an emotional kind of void. There's a shallowness here that's coming in emotionally. It's not connecting to a depth. It's not connecting into a deeper level of what is actually really what you're needing emotionally on a deeper level. And so the Eight of Swords is just, you're feeling a little bit stuck with something that is being presented to you. And I think it's because you know that perhaps there's a conflict that could erupt out of moving forward with this. But ultimately, what's happening here is that you're being given everything in order to come back to yourself, in order to really make something of yourself, to feel more whole at this moment in time. And so that feels exciting, because then that creates the opportunity for growth, steady personal growth that's coming in. And in the near future, we have the Queen of Wands, which is around just magnetic. You are just attracting all the right people, the right opportunities. So this could be love coming in for you as well. I just feel like this hesitancy here for you, Capricorn. But the Queen of Wands, she knows a good opportunity when she sees one. She attracts everything that she needs, and her shadow is sitting at her feet, that little black cat, and it's not ruling her, she's ruling it. And so this thing with the Eight of Wands, it just feels like they're asking you to kind of go deeper with the solution of where you want to go with this, what you've been offered and what you're now wanting to do with it. And it's saying open up your mind to new possibilities here, because perhaps you've had a limited idea about someone or a limited idea about where this opportunity can take you. And they're showing you there's growth here, that there's potential for it to grow, but it's really about where do you want to plant your seed? Where do you want to put your energy? And so this Queen of Wands is very much like she's not letting that shadow side dominate. She's very much like, I'm open and magnetic. I'm ready to shine. So, yeah, it's yeah, it's beautiful energy that's coming through here. She really will know what to do with this opportunity. She won't let anything, any kind of the inner saboteur or fears or doubts or any kind of limitations that may feel like they're imposed upon you, stop you from stepping into this. She's saying, this is happening. Let's do this. So that's why it's interesting that you've got the Judgment card coming up. This is what you're presenting as. And it could be that you're feeling like there's a sense that there's this heralding of a new era, of a new opportunity or sense of self. You can really step into something big and new here. But it is about letting go of some things that have come up to be let go of and removed and released. And it does feel like it could be, some of those things could be related to judgment quite literally, or self-criticism, or a critical mindset. So it could be releasing some judgments about what is being presented to you, this opportunity, and helping you kind of become unstuck with an idea of something that's there, because that's the only thing. Everything is like looking really good. It's very beautiful. And it's just a sense that it's really unlocking this thing that's been stuck inside of you, and opening your mind to a bigger picture, a more opportunity coming through here for you, because it's saying it's there for you. And the outcome, why have we just jumped to the outcome? We want to come to, so this is a rebirth. This is a sense of, it feels like there's a huge personal transformation that you could be stepping into this kind of rebirth, like I said, and releasing something that felt quite unfulfilling and shallow to you. And so the Nine of Wands is the energy surrounding you. Is it does feel like there has been a struggle. It has been a struggle, and you could be feeling quite exhausted, and it could be just time to take some time out, like with that sword 4 Mercury Libra as well, just to kind of replenish your levels, to replenish your energy, replenish your mental health, replenish your energy levels, really. So I think with the Nine of Swords, there's like a weariness that's come in with having to fight the battles, and it's time now to just take a rest. And it's saying you're actually closer than you think to this breakthrough. And it does feel like a rebirth of sort. It feels like something big, but they're wanting you to get your energy levels in the right place. So just to kind of look after your health, you might need to just take some time out with that. And the Nine of Wands, the thing is that you might be expecting the next, battling, ready. It's the wounded warrior, ready to take on the next thing that's coming. And it's saying next thing that's coming is not what you're expecting. It's something quite different and a lot bigger and more expansive than what you're even thinking, which is what we're getting here with this Eight of Swords. And you don't need to feel kind of like you're ready for the next blow to come or the next fight, because it's not coming. It's something totally different. So, and this is going to be actually a very joyful process to you, what is actually coming in. So this is interesting here that the outcome is, why do I keep going to the outcome? I just want to keep getting to it. We haven't done hopes and fears, which is this Seven of Swords. And this is very much the self-saboteur coming in. The Seven of Swords, it can be deception. It can be wanting to get away from some limitations, some rigidity. It can be all of those things, wanting to kind of free and liberate yourself from that. It can be that there's something, an energy that you can't trust that's around, or a person that's around. So it can be any of those things that are here. And it's just not wanting something to be slippery, wanting something to be solid and good. And it might even be that some of you might need to be a little bit sneaky about some things. You might need to be a bit discreet. You might not want to necessarily tell everyone about what this is and what's going on for you. So that could also be it as well, because we do have this conflict. Finally got to it. We do have this conflict with the Five of Wands, and then stepping into this and actually embracing this. And there's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of it's an internal confliction, or this could be, if you're telling someone this is what I'm doing, they might have a response that because they want to keep you in the box or that person that they thought you were, and you're changing. This is a huge change, a sense of self. It's like you're changing to a whole new person here. And so you no longer fit into that paradigm or that box of what they see you as. And if you say, this is what I want to do, they might not understand. So that's a potential that might come out. But I see you starting anyway. You're like, I'm starting this and leaving something behind. I'm leaving behind this feeling of feeling stuck and limited, feeling like I can't expand into something bigger here. So you're really having to break free of someone else's version of you as well, or a limited idea of who you are, whether this is yours or someone else's. And so you step into this wonderful sense of feeling like you've got the earth, you've got the world in your hands again. You've got this opportunity to find this higher perspective and know this is just something you need to do for you. And so that's why we have this beautiful Three of Cups, because you are coming back to yourself. It's a bigger version of who you are. It is a homecoming, but it feels like a whole new version of who you are. And so that's what the celebration around this. The universe is celebrating. This could also be, it occurs around a time where there might be some gatherings, like some kind of family gathering, or it could be that it's to do with socializing with friends, that this is kind of, it's all kind of happening in that stratosphere, that this is all happening whilst this is happening, that could be happening, and then this big thing could be happening behind the scenes. So it's or that could trigger it. So somehow it feels like, it's interesting because you might be presented with the two different versions of you. If you're socializing with friends or family, or there's an occasion of some sort that comes in, here you are turning up feeling like the new you, that something has irrevocably changed within you, but other people it might feel like you're kind of in two different realities because people are still operating in that old paradigm. Either way, there's celebration around this. So you should really be celebrating that this is something huge that's happening for you, something really big and new and amazing that's happening. So there is, like, the universe is celebrating, your guides are celebrating, you might be celebrating, other people not everyone's going to have a negative response to this. Other people might be celebrating for you. It's just some people that get stuck and limited in an old version of you, they're the ones that their conflict is going to be there. So, but other than that, like, it's just this beautiful time. I feel this amazing growth, personal soul growth and expansion coming in for you, Capricorn. So yeah, it's really lovely, and it's happening at a very expansive level, but I feel it on a heart level, and it feels slow in a nice grounded way. So it's going to feel really good. It's not going to be like rushed kind of thing, but yeah, it's beautiful. And it says, I am at peace with my age. Each age has its own special joys and experiences. I'm always the perfect age for where I am in life. And that's what, actually, it's interesting because a lot of this feels like this can represent a transition into a different level of maturity, or a different level into a different phase of life, even feeling like you might be going from, say, a teenager to an adult, or an adult to like a 20-year-old to a parent, or you're going from working to retiring. And it might just be, it's not actually, it might be your sense of self, like you feel like you've changed, you've kind of moved into a whole new, transitioned into a whole new phase here. And so it's interesting, I'm at peace with my age. It is all around, we all have these expectations of where you should be at a certain age or what's happening. And there's this level of acceptance that's coming through with that as well. Just really accepting that this is where you're at and being happy. I do feel like there's this inner contentment that comes, this happiness that comes through with this. And then we have, let's see what animal spirit energy has come for you. Wow, interesting, because this is exactly the same cards that just spurted out that Sagittarius had. So if you have any Sagittarius in your chart, you should watch that reading as well, because I want to say the same thing to you that I said to them, that this is actually going to be bigger and better than what you first thought. And this could be really creative as well. We're looking at the spider. It could be related to mother, relationship to mother as well, your mother coming through. And the spider is very much a creative. It's the creator, what it's creating. And what you thought you were creating is actually something much bigger. For some of you, that could be scarier because it's like, whoa, this is bigger than what I was thinking or what I was expecting. But the universe is saying with the tarantula, the tarantula actually wants to get your attention. It's out there. It's saying, I'm here, I'm loud, I'm proud. This is who I am. And it's very much so, it's something, a path, a direction, a life path that is saying, this is big for you. This is where we want you to go. And this is where we want you to direct your attention. So the universe will show you that in whatever way, because you can't miss that. And it is bigger and better than what you're getting. And so there's all this lovely, it could be the deer in headlights, like, whoa, what is this? This can also be love. Well, I'm getting it slightly different to Sagittarius because I could get this could be falling in love for some of you. You know, first love, like first teenage love, that it's kind of showing me that coming back to that beautiful first love energy of falling in love for the first time. And because this is unconditional love here, or falling in love, the deer. So for some of you, this is actually bigger than what you think it's going to be. But it can also be an unconditional love of yourself, of realizing that you are actually this bigger being, this huger being, that you've got this bigger potential that you can offer the world. And so there's this unconditional love coming through for that as well, from yourself, from your guides, from maybe perhaps your mother as well, sending you some, if you have a good relationship with your mother. If it's not, it is a mothering energy. It's a very loving, nurturing, supporting energy coming through here. And whether it's your mother's from the other side or not, or whether you have a good relationship with your mother or not, this is the energy that is coming through because this can be self-love. This can be self-nurturing. This is what the universe is wanting you to feel. So it's very, very beautiful energy. And interestingly, just talking about being limited, no longer trapped in a web, now free. Now free to go out and explore. And so it's a sense of going out on your own. There's an independence here. So again, I'm getting kind of like a transitioning from an age of stepping into something bigger. So yeah, it's quite amazing. It's really amazing. And I think you're going to be like, wow, I am amazing. It's going to be a little bit eye-opening in a way, but in a good way, in a way that you're going to feel a lot of love and nurture and support as well. So it's beautiful, Capricorn. I'm actually really loving this. So yeah, this will be doubly potent if you've got Sagittarius in your chart. So I'm going to pull out a charm to finish the reading off. And what do we have? We've got a beautiful fairy. Wow. Something so magical and light coming through. And again, related to just feeling like you can fly. There's a freedom, there's a quickness, there's a lightness to it, this energy of a liberation, of being free from being stuck in that web, that sense of caught in a web. The fairy is too smart to get stuck in that web. So this is kind of the imagery that I'm being given, Capricorn. So I feel like there's this beautiful lightness attached to your inner child that's coming out and allowing you to be very free and unique. And there's a little bit of magic just floating around here that might just feel really sweet. Really sweet is the word I want to say. So but it's kind of interesting that we're getting this little lightness coming around, because in general, this energy feels really big and expansive and grounded. It feels different to that fairy energy. So that energy might just be messages from spirit as well, coming in and just lightly touching you. Little things just might lightly touch you, and very touching is kind of what I'm getting. Some little moments or things just might really touch you in an emotional way, or in a way that it might excite your mind as well. So it's just a little bit of lightness to come in as a light relief, kind of, with this big transition or this big transformation that's occurring here. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And again, it's kind of reminding me of childhood, that thing from the childhood Not all of us were into fairies or believed in fairies, but it does remind me of something from your childhood that's coming back to you, that maybe it's something only you believed in and other people kind of didn't relate to. So that's it, Capricorn. I love your reading. It's absolutely amazing, beautiful reading. It feels really good. And so I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, where we'll pull some clarifiers for what else you need to know about this part of the reading. And we'll also pull the fairy card, and we'll find out what else is coming in for the near future and the future beyond. And then we'll pull some cards specifically for career, love and relationships, and money. So love it if you come over to that. The link is in the description box below, and I also pin it to the comments. But if this is where we're leaving each other, Capricorn, I feel like this is a great time of personal expansion and growth, and it's going to be bigger and even more amazing than what I think was previously imagined or previously even thought was possible. So that's very exciting. So if you, and it is a sense of becoming more whole, coming back to yourself, but it's a new version of you. So beautiful. There's this joy attached to this journey, which is beautiful as well. But yeah, you might just, with that Four of Swords, just coming back to that, you might need to remember to just take some time out to really process and integrate this. So thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment, because that lets YouTube know that you appreciate the content, and help support the channel. And I also love hearing your comments as well. So I'd love to hear how this is playing out in your life. And that's it. Take care, Capricorn. I'll see you next time.